Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have a great day today. And I'm sorry, guys, I've been taking a lot of time on this, so hopefully I get this right, all right? So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and explain a tip that you could use in Penguin Survival. Now, for those wondering, Penguin Survival is a brand new game mode that was released into Roblox BEDWARS. And it will be a limited game mode because it's part of a new BEDWARS event that will only be lasting for probably a couple of weeks. So you don't have a lot of time, so hopefully you get that new emote that you could get for completing the event. So before continuing though, if you guys have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe as well. And be sure to hit the bell icon to never miss a video. Now, before I do continue on, aside from those three things you probably should be doing, I would like to explain that these two kits are no longer obtainable, so if you do not have those kits, this tip will not be useful. But if you do, then you'll be able to do this. So let's go ahead and get started. The two kits that you want to have are the Void Regent and the Jade. If you don't have those two, then sadly this tip will not work. So let me explain why those two kits are featured here. Now basically, those two kits have an exclusive item within them, and that item that is contained inside of both of these kits actually work similarly to each other, but one of them heals you and the other doesn't. So let me go ahead and explain right off the bat how could you get them. So let's start with the generic Void Regent kit. So the Void Regent kit is an exclusive kit that you could only get from the Holiday 2021 bundle. If you got it, then you are extremely lucky because you're able to have this forever. If you don't, then sadly you will not be able to get this. But it used to cost 1,499 Robux, and it was fairly cheap, but it wasn't the best if you think about it, because you could only get a hammer, and that's pretty much it. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty neat, because you do heal yourself, and you also deal damage to your enemies. The other kit is Jade, and it works similarly, except it only deals damage. So that's pretty much it for Jade. It's not bad, but it isn't the best kit either. Now, you could get Jade in Season 1 if you hit level 30. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you were playing BEDWARS back in the day, you just have to hit level 30 and voila, you got it. Now, regardless of the battle pass or not, you will always get it at level 30. So nothing too special right there, but it's a pretty decent kit if you ask me. And also, there is a seat in the middle of the air, and I have no idea why. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and play some Penguin Survival. So in order to do that, I'm going to be doing a custom match. Because if I did a regular match, it's going to go chaos. Because there's just going to be like a lot of players. So for educational purposes only, I will be doing a custom match of Penguin Survival without using any commands. So let's jump right into the match without wasting so much more time. So as you can see, when you do play Penguin Survival, you will start with a wooden sword, a wooden pickaxe, a bow, and a stack of 64 arrows. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, you will start with a message that says penguins will arrive in 30 seconds for those new. And it says that we have to use this time to construct a bed defense, although it's completely optional for everyone. However, it is recommended, but for the purpose of this video, I will not be constructing a bed defense. But I do advise you to construct a bed defense with your allies, because that will prevent penguins from destroying the bed, and that will also prevent you from dying. So hopefully that is a tip right there. And then after 30 seconds, penguins will start to spawn. As long as you don't attack them, you are safe. However, since they're going to storm a bed, they'll go after me. So that's bad, but alright. So once you have 40 iron, you'll be able to get the hammer. And that will be for Jade and all that. And also, this penguin's trying to kill me, so oh no, that's terrible. If you didn't get it at the right timing, then sadly, the penguins will try to oof you. So you got to be a little quick, alright? Because if you're not that fast, then the penguins will eventually get you. So hopefully that is a tip right there. Now, when you use Ether Hammer, you will actually disable the sprint ability until you stop using it. So in order to stop using it, you can either switch to a different item, or you can wait for the hammer animation to stop playing, and then you'll be able to sprint again. If you're on PC, you have to use, I think, Shift. On Xbox, you have to press left stick, and on mobile, you just press the sprint button. So hopefully that helps you. Now, what will happen is that the hammer will actually greatly increase your momentum, as well as will also increase your speed boost, which will be significantly faster than penguins. The only major disadvantage, though, is that penguins are significantly faster since they can use blocks, and because of that, you don't really have an advantage. But if you do use it at the right timing, then penguins will not be able to oof you. So hopefully you don't get swarmed by a bunch of penguins ready to eat you or something like that. And just like, yep, Mr. Vince is gone. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because if it does happen, then that kind of sucks too. Also, another good thing about the hammer is that it actually allows you to get to further distances, and also has a slight increase in your altitude, which means that you might potentially be able to get to the top of that hill without having to use blocks. So if you ask me, that is super, super cool right there. However, what is uncool is that these penguins are continuously going after me, and now TNT is gonna drop. So hopefully I don't get eaten by a penguin or TNT, because that sucks if you ask me. Also, you gotta be a little careful, because the hammer might potentially lead you to the void. So hopefully that does not happen, and if it does happen, then that's a big F in the chat, right? And you have to use this for 10 minutes at least, because that's when you can get the new emote. So if you survive 10 minutes, you will get the new emote. If you fail to survive for 10 minutes and no one's alive, then you will lose and you will have to start all over. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And also, I accidentally used my emote. Whoops. But yeah, that's the emote that you could get if you manage to survive 10 minutes without dying. So that's good right there. But unfortunately, I died, so that sucks. But there you go, guys. The hammer is pretty convenient, and if you ask me, it's pretty useful. Now, I will be trying it, so don't worry. Now, I also love the fact that you can retry during the match, so if you oof and the game is over, you can actually play again, so that's pretty good right there. Cool stuff, if you ask me. Now, I think it'll still be a custom match, although I could be wrong. So what I'm going to do now is try again, and I'm going to use that same exact method. But I think I'll be playing with a group of people, so that means that I'm going to have to play with them. But that's perfectly fine. I mean, having a group of people is better than playing by yourself during penguin survival, because you actually have your allies ready to defend themselves from the penguins. So these penguins are not good in BEDWARS, because those penguins are super evil, if you ask me. So I'll be playing once again, and yes, I'll be playing with these people, so at least I have some people in my match. And also, I got 128 arrows. It's kind of interesting. So what I need to do is to get 40 iron, so that way I can get myself a hammer, which will take a little bit, but it shouldn't take too long if you ask me. Also, I hope that BEDWARS do something about the custom matches, so if you try again, you don't get teleport here. Instead, you'll just be in your own custom match again. So hopefully that is a thing in the near future, but it's not right now. So what I'm going to do now is buy the hammer. As you can see, there's the hammer. I'm going to buy it. There you go. It's pretty cheap if you ask me. It's only 40 iron. This guy also has the hammer. I'm not the only one. So now what I'm going to do is go for diamonds, because luckily one of the penguins built here, so that's good. And also someone is building a base by the bed, so we have a slight advantage right now. Also, I'm going to need some wool, because I don't have any wool in my inventory, so I'm going to need some wool if you ask me. So I'm just going to be mining some wool here, get about, 6 wool, not too much, but hopefully that helps. And yeah, so far none of the penguins destroyed the beds, so that's good. And now I got 4 diamonds, so that means I'll be able to get myself the first generator. And unfortunately, our bed already got destroyed. And we have a total of 7 people, so not too bad unlike the previous match I played, but it isn't as much as it was. So big yikes right there. And if I were you, then that's yikes. Yeah, just yeah. So here's the cat right here. Big shout out to the cat in this video, the banana cat. And also, I don't like the fact that back accessories are gone in this game. So big yikes right there. So as you can see, this cat is also playing with the hammer. And if you can tell, the hammer allows you to give yourself a slight boost. And it'll be extremely useful when you're defending yourself from the penguins. Because you'll get extra speed boost as well as further distance, unlike normal average BEDWARS players. So this will be extremely helpful if you ask me. So as long as you're extremely careful with your hammer, you will be able to survive the penguins in no time. Now this does not mean that you can easily win the game, but it does help you a lot when you're trying to defend yourself. And as you can see, the cat used the hammer on the penguin, and I'm pretty sure it did something to the penguin. I haven't, looked closely enough, but hopefully it did something. So you got to use your hammer at all times as long as you're not doing it in the void, because if you use the hammer in the void like I did, then you will potentially end yourself oofing yourself. So you got to be a little careful right there. So you always got to land on blocks, or you just end yourself falling in the void, or you might end yourself by landing on penguins. So hopefully that does not happen to you. But on the bright side of things, this tip is extremely useful, but it is pretty useless for some people. So if you use this tip, then you'll be able to survive in no time. However, there is one major flaw. You're going to need one of the 2 kits to be able to use this. If you don't have the kits, then this tip does not work. So just keep that in mind, alright? But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. If this tip helps you, these 2 get a shout out for today's video for using Jade's, successor's hammer. Because Jade's successor is King or Void Regent. Because Void Regent is the successor, because both Jade and Void Regent have similar abilities. So keep that in mind, alright? But other than that, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. My name is Mr. Vince, and I'll see you guys in the next video.